Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Now in today's video we're going to keep the message going we've had the entire week. We're going to find new ways to keep pushing past our limits. Like today we're back at the gym that started everything. We're at the Planet Fitness off of, what is this? Mount Zion Parkway. And this is the gym I started my whole fitness journey. I used to come at 6 a.m. in the morning right before work. And then that transitioned to coming here for 2 or 3 years and just developing over time. Now, this is one of the gyms that I feel the most comfortable at because the weights here feel immaculate compared to the ones off of the Eisenhower Parkway in Macon. The chest machine feels like it's very hard to press up. 2 plates and 3 plates moves damn near the same because of the resistance the weights give. So today we're gonna find new ways to push past our limits. And yeah, man, that's it for right now. I'll see you on the inside. Peace.
All right, so moving straight into the first set, and honestly speaking, I've been trying to kind of adopt the Sam Sulek style of working out, but for me, it hasn't really been working. It feels like the Sam Sulek style of working out isn't really my style because I was watching Jake Cutler talk about Sam Sulek style. He warms up with like a plate, 2 plates, and then he moves straight into 3, 4 plates. And for me, that's cool and all, but I don't think I'm not even necessarily that I'm not there with the strength, but it's just not my type of workout. I actually prefer the pyramid style working out, wherever you start off with a lighter weight and then you progressively move up and up and up and up. So for me, I'm going to go right back to the way that I used to work out. I used to call it a 10 by 10. So basically, I do 2 sets on a plate with a 10, 2 sets on a plate with a 10 and a 25, doing 10 reps on each set. I used to do 2 sets on 225. I mean, with 2 plates on here, but we're going to actually do 1 set and then 1 set on 2 plates with a 25, 1 set on 2 plates with 25 at a 10. And then we're going to try to do 4 to 5 with 3 plates on here. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to go back to my style of working out. I'm not going to try to change it again because it's working for influencers. So I'm just going to do my style of working out because over the span of years, that's what's continually allowed me to grow. You know, the volume and progressively overloading your muscles, that's what's allowed me to grow. I'm not a fan of the moving straight into your heaviest weight. So let's go ahead and get this shit going, y'all. Now, that premise might be a little bit different if you're working out, let's say, on a free bench. Because on flat bench press, I get it. But with this one, nah, we're going to go ahead and push past our limits in our own way. Oh, I feel powerful today, y'all. Oh, son. Yeah, buddy. All right, but yeah, I'm actually fucking with my style of working out a lot more than any kind of influencer I've seen. And even when I try to gain inspiration from other people, I notice that it's not curated to me, you know? I like high intensity, high reps. And it's crazy because they say you either go for strength training or aesthetic training. And I'm kind of going for a mixture of both. I'm not doing low reps, I'm doing 10 reps and I'm doing high volume as well, as if you were cutting your muscles. So I'm getting the benefit of having endurance in my strength. So I have higher strength endurance. And then over a period of time, I'm progressively overloading. So I'm actually gaining strength as I move up in weight as well. And honestly, using this style of working out is how I allow 2 of my friends to be able to go from never hitting the gym to being able to bench press 2 plates in the span of about 3 months or so. Maybe less, but about 3 months, conservatively speaking. Let's keep pushing. When you go into the higher weights, keep in mind the first set is to be slow, steady, and to focus on your form. And the second set of your workout is to be explosive with the sets. So let's move into our explosive work. Yes, yeah, and doing this kind of mixture actually adds to your muscle. Like for me, I fuck with it so heavy that when I change the workout, I no longer like the sets, you know? So I'm gonna go ahead and take a break. I'm gonna change out the weights to 1 plate of 25 and I'll bring it right back in for our 3rd set. All right, so let's move into our 3rd set of 10. And then we're not gonna take any breaks in the meantime. After we hit this 3rd set of slow and steady, one practice that I have is making sure your power, the way you're drawing in your oxygen, which is basically your power, it's continuing like the whole time you're pushing. Try that out, and even if you can't hold your like sucked in air the whole time, try out and see how long you can do it, because you'll see that the more oxygen you breathe, the more powerful you feel, you know. And then right after we'll hit the fourth set, which is going to be straight explosiveness. Imagine you're bringing air into every aspect of your body, like your breath is circulating the air throughout all of your muscle fibers, so you can flow out and explode. Oosh. And then one aspect that I actually love, even though I don't really follow Sam Sulek's workout philosophy, I like his mental fortitude philosophy a lot, where he goes and talks about how the more you put in, the more you get out. So if you're putting in a half effort, you're only going to get half results. If you want to see the best kind of person, the best kind of outcome that you can possibly get, you have to give it 110% every single time. Even the times that you don't want to, sometimes you can't hit 120% every single time, but you'll always be able to hit your maximum effort on that particular day. It might be less, it might be more than the day before, but you never know. You just have to show up with the energy and the commitment to never give up. And with that in mind, keep pushing past your limits and stop being a little bitch. Let's go into the fourth set. All right, y'all. We're gonna take a small break, change out all the weights, be right back in. All right, so I don't know what the fuck going on. My energy is flowing sky high right now. So let's go ahead and knock out 10 on this. We're gonna move up and knock out another 10, and then we're gonna see how far we can push past our limits. Let's keep this shit going, y'all. Sort of. All right, so let's go ahead and move up and wait, and I'll bring it right back in. All right, so we got 2 plates. There's 25 on this side now. Let's see how easy this weight moves. Getting into this has been the weight that I've been struggling on for a good amount of time now, and I don't know if it's been because I've been working out very decarbed or what's going on with my body, but I've been actually losing strength over time. And I'm not satisfied with that, and I'm not okay with that. So let's go ahead and push past our limits and try to hit 5 to 8 reps. Let's see where we lie. My bad. Damn. So I just hit 8. So we're moving into the set where we're hitting 3 plates. Now with this one, the goal is to hit between 3 to 5 reps. And right now I'm actually trying to get some motivation, some inspiration to power through. The biggest thing is controlling your breathing. The second thing is controlling your mentality. And the third thing is pushing past your limits. And because this isn't like Naruto or anything like that, but it's a premise of Naruto too. Your brain actually limits your muscles from exerting their maximum potential because it creates mental blocks so you don't injure yourself. And when you have that, like those sources of, what is that called? Adrenaline. When adrenaline is coursing through your veins, you're able to push much harder than you would before. That's why there's a story about a mother her child was strapped under a car, and the mother lifted the car off of the kid. which is fucking crazy because cars are like a ton, 2 tons, you know? But she gained that strength because the limiters are removed from her brain. And in order for you to be able to push weight, you have to control your breathing and be able to push past your limits and remove your mental blocks. All right, let's get it going, y'all. So, I only had 3 this time. Let's go ahead and drop down to 2 plates, work on our drop set, and then drop down on 1 plate, work on the maximum drop set. And it's all going to be flowing, so no breaks in between. You want to do this right after your heavy weight, so that way you don't, you reach maximum fatigue, y'all. All right, y'all. Now moving to 1 plate. You want to work your way up and work your way back down. A pyramid, and then into a reverse pyramid. And now when I'm on 1 plate, I'm shooting between 15 to 25 reps, depending on how the energy level is, you know? All right. And then also, if you got these mental blocks, think about ways to go ahead and trick yourself. Like one way I trick myself is I count to 10, and then I count down from 10. So I don't feel like I'm doing 20. I feel like I'm doing a set of 10. Trick your mind so you can kill the little bitch inside of you, brother. Now count up to 10. Shit. That's all I had. 25, y'all. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and take off our jacket. We're gonna go into chest flies. I'll see you on the next workout. Next year, I kind of forgot about the incline bench press, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and do like 2 to 3 sets of this, and then keep pushing. All right, so let's move in this. All right. Alright, and with this one, we're really gonna be doing like 4 sets, bro. We're gonna do 2 to 3 sets on 1 plate, move up to a plate 25, and then call it there. And then from there, we're gonna go into some chest flies, y'all. Just be careful with this one, yo. I say it every single time, bro, whenever I feel a weird pinch on this motherfucker. But you gotta be careful because there's been a guy who tore his pec from doing this shit. And if you don't want to be a statistic, you gotta work out with your health in mind, you know? Don't risk anything for a fucking PR. At the end of the day, hitting a new weight feels amazing, but that feeling lasts. it's but a fleeting feeling, you know? I don't know about y'all. I'm not a fan of all these slow down funks on fucking YouTube. That should be having me feeling slow. Nah. We need Zid style hype. Woo, so alright y'all. Play it second set. Alright, y'all. Let's go ahead and move up and wait. I'm gonna put the jet out the way and I'll bring it right back in. So moving into the third and final set. We're only gonna do 30 sets. We're not gonna end up doing the fourth set. We're only gonna do 3 sets. And we're gonna call it there. We're gonna move into some chest flies. But I was watching Joe Linder, right? And Joe Linder, rest in peace. But I actually saw one of his videos where he was doing chest flies, right? And instead of coming to here, he said you want to go ahead and make it to where you're going to here, you know? Because then you get the extra stretch of the chest. The extra when you go back, but then when you come in, it contracts more, you know? So I'm going to be doing that whenever I go doing those chest flies. All right, y'all, let's one more set. Let's keep it going. Oh, sure. All right, so let me go ahead and unrack the weights, and we'll see you on the next set. All right, y'all, so I'm not in the mood for talking anymore. I'm in the mood to get some work done. So let's go ahead and keep this shit rolling. You want to get this about shoulder height so you can have the amazing chest fly. You want to have it about shoulder length, y'all. Oof. Alright, y'all. Gonna have to take a little break because the chest rotation just feel fucking amazing. Take a little break, y'all, and I'll bring it right back in. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into this next set. This is gonna be the final set we record because my camera's on 1%. I need to hit the post down. Alright, so let's get this shit going. I didn't realize how long my battery was. Come on. Wow. Alright, so we're gonna do 2 more sets off camera and then we're gonna hit the post down. Alright, so I'll see you all in the locker room. Yeah, that's all I got for today's chest day. So honestly, I feel fucking solid. I was able to press 3 plates for, what was it, three? Yeah, the most I've ever done on 3 plates was actually 5 reps. And then when I did the 5 reps, that actually gave me inspiration to do 3 plates with the 25 on there. And I've never been able to press that all the way up, except for I think a single time in my entire life. So the whole goal is to get back to where we were. It's actually move past our limits, because as we're cutting down, when I hit that weight, I was about 169, and right now I'm right around 151. So as you lose weight, you're going to lose power as well. So you kind of got to make up for that with more training. But yeah, enough yapping, y'all. Let's get this pose on started. All right, y'all. Ooh. But yeah, that's all I got, y'all. Ooh, the fucking chest raising, they're going crazy though. Yeah, as you get more, like with the chest flies, what those end up doing is actually giving you more control over your chest fibers. So over time, you'll be able to kind of like the Joe Linder style of working out. Now, granted, Joe Linder was at a way, way higher level, more defined, more cut, more strength and everything. So, that's a different level. But that's it, bro. That's all I got for today's video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to go ahead and like and subscribe. So go ahead and turn on the notification bell so you can see every video I have coming out every other day. All right, y'all. Peace.